This is Jason with Guitar Center. We're checking out what's new today. We are here with the new Raw series of drums from LP, really inspired by street musicians and street percussion. I've got LP recording artist and clinician, Oscar Santiago, not to mention my friend, man. How are you?
Thank you.
Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Let's talk about what we got here. This is all kind of new stuff. Basically taking some ideas that I know are out there and putting into application. And what I want to start with right here is this thing called the Jangle Bell. It looks like just a regular, rock cowbell, but inside there are tambourine jingles. Yeah. So kind of give me an idea, what would this be used for? What kind of applications would you use this for?
Actually have the same purpose of any other cowbell. At least you can use it for Latin music, you can use it for drum bass, you can use it for rock since it have the jingles inside, so it's really cool, it's really applicable for many styles of music.
So rather than just get the clank clank of the cowbell, you're also getting a little more of the jingle in there to kind of spice up the rhythm.
More percussive and have more sustain to it and everything.
I know these are called pots, that's their actual name.
Yeah.
And listening to them, they are pretty melodic. Kind of give me an idea of the styles of music that you could use this for.
I would say you can use it as a clavis. You can emulate cowbells. You can do agogo bells with that too. But also you can do a lot of industrial sounds like I do with my bands live.
Right on.
Like in heavy rock settings or metal settings or industrial music, drum and bass and all that. You can add this even to hip hop grooves.
Let's move on here to the trash snare, if that's okay. This is definitely a unique item here from LP in the Raw series. And it's kind of a mixture to me of like snare drum, ocean drum, maybe even timbale?
Timbale.
So, kind of give me an idea of like the soundscapes here with this.
This is really cool because actually with the add-ons, with the sound enhancers, you can actually add jingles, you can actually have shakers or even the snares.
Snare sound. Okay.
This has a magnet that attached to the rim, so it's really cool because you can use it as a timbales, you can use it as a snare by itself, and you can use it as a rototom almost.
Oh yeah, okay.
And actually has some seats on it that vibrates when you actually hit the snare.
So even without the snares, you get a little bit of the snare sound.
You have a little boss in there.
Yeah,
so
right
it's
on.
really cool.
Well, I noticed too, there's an actual handle down here, so I suppose you could just hold it and play it even by hand if you wanted to.
You can actually do patterns with your fingers if you wanted to. It's a mini application that you can use for that.
Yeah, that's where I got the ocean drum vibe. I'm like, okay, yeah. I see what they're doing here. We've got these big bad boys here. Look kind of like trash cans. I know they're galvanized steel. I mean, they're beefy. When I picked this thing up, I was like, oh my gosh. Tell me what we can use these for. I know these are called street cans, I believe is what their actual name is. What kind of application would you use these for? Personally,
I use them more like tribal floor toms. I actually use the side for cascada patterns like timbales. You can actually have like timpani sounds out of them. You can emulate also Brazilian surdos. You can do like drum beats. You can actually use them as a first tom, floor tom, and the second floor tom. You can use it in the drum kit like that too.
Right.
I actually integrated my drum kit and I also use it in my percussion setup as power toms in my metal bands.
Yeah, okay.
So when I double drum parts, I use them for effects and all kinds of beats on top of the guitars and stuff like that.
Because they're definitely loud.
They're
for
loud.
Sure.
And also,
they project.
The cool thing about them is they're sensitive to actually lower ranges too. So you can get ghost notes out of them. Oh. You can get side stick work. You can actually hit the rim if you tune it higher, almost like timbales. You can tune them really low for power, like 808 sounds and stuff.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's an infinite things that you can do with them. Street performers could use these just on their own. I mean, because you could play the side, and you get a lot of different sound applications, and really, soundscapes is kind of where it seems it's at. DJs are always wanting to do something. Vocalists are trying to be drummers these days. And I think that's what's great about this is
anything in here can be used for those various applications, and you definitely got the wheels turning for me there, so I appreciate that. Well, hey, we've been talking about the LP Raw Series street drums. We have got the Jangle Bell, we've got the trash snare, the pots, and of course the street cans. You can get more information about this at your local Guitar Center or guitarcenter.com.